all technology really means, in the McLuhan sense, is the extensions of man. The extensions of man. And so language is a technology. Shamanism is a technology. Psilocybin is a technology. And certainly the internet is a technology. It's slowly, I think, dawning on a number of people that if we're talking about hallucinogens as consciousness-expanding drugs, then the only difference between a drug and a computer is that one is slightly too large to swallow. And our best people are working on that problem, even as we speak. The drugs of the future will be much more like computers. The computers of the future will be much more like drugs.
Well, I think of it, it's a way of writing, and I see three main elements. The first is to write about immediate perceptions in a fantastic way, to think of the things that are happening as being science fiction adventure, perhaps, unbelievably strange, but yet they're the real things that happen to you. Another point in transrealism is that you tend not to know how the work is going to end, such as one of my novels or this film. It's not clear how it's developing. The form is emerging organically. And if you could predict it, it wouldn't be truly alive. A third feature is to use immediate situations and immediate characters, because those are the most unpredictable. Example, we didn't know it before we came here, but Lisbon, or LH94, is a resonance of San Francisco. It's a city with a suspension bridge in front of a bay. So transreally, we're here in the pudding.
So it's like admitting the weirdness of ordinary existence, it sounds like.
If the writer can predict the end of the book, so can the reader. The book can't be interesting.
Is it simply a theory of writing? Why couldn't a person live this way?
You can surely live in a transreal way.
Is that schizophrenia?
It could be. But there can be fun madness, where you're permuting the world.
Once upon a line I met a lonely girl to whom I took a fancy. Thank you for the present tense, she said. I do believe I share your sympathies. Oh, the ocean blows so lovely. Oh, the wind blows so free. Birds are on the water, fish are in the air, they fly for
In a movie, I made a speech about
once upon a time I met a pretty girl to whom I took a fantasy.
Here's Terence getting his makeup put on.
It's not to get beautiful, huh?
Hi, Terence.
Otherwise, I think I'm a very bad.
This is right. Okay, here's my makeup. Okay, here's Terence, McKenna. Terence, explain what it is that we're looking at here.
This is the monument to the departure point of the great Portuguese navigators who explored Africa and girdled the world in the 14th century because they had the superior technology of the astrolabe. That was what gave them the edge up.
Cool. So Robert, Anton, Wilson. Robert, you want to make a statement? Bob, hi.
Hi.
Say hi to Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Well, the age of navigation. We're going to navigate out into the... Master of Chaos, me, and Terence is the shaman, spelled with an X, and the neuromancer. Terence here, didn't he? Look like Giotto or... Nice of those tiles, Terence. Sort of like a Greco Christ. You know?
Well, there was a young gaucho named Bruno who said about sex, there is one thing I do know. Women are fine and boys are divine, but the iguana is numero uno.
All right.
You know, these people are not pretentious. They have no axe to grind. But I didn't know what it was.
That's an astrolabe? What does an astrolabe do?
It allows you to calculate your position more accurately than any previous instrument. So they were navigators. That was the deal.
In old-fashioned Aristotelian days, you believed in reality. Mosquito flies make one reality.
Here we are,
In Lisbon.
smoking a hash cigarette. They say. Maybe it's just hand-rolled tobacco, you never know.
Oh, no.
Getting ready for the afternoon shooting. This is the easiest job I ever had.
And talk for an hour, and then answer questions for an hour.
Yeah, I usually just give scientific lectures. Shooting outside today.
Hola. Good morning.
Kind of,
This street is called what?
Rua Augusta.
Uh-huh.
It's a kind of street for the novelty.
Novelty.
Yeah.
I use this principle in the creation of science fiction.
But it sounds like it could be a philosophy of life as well.
That's an interesting point, Terence. You have a very active con man's mind. Transrealism as a philosophy of life. Yes, your life is the supreme work of art, which you're creating as you go along. Everyone is an artist. Their work is their life. Pay attention to your immediate perceptions, take them seriously, but interpret them in a fantastic way.
Well, as I experience life, it is fantastic. So really, this is a call to realism, to admit the presence of the cosmic giggle, to not suppress it in the name of some linear notion of plot or expectation of how reality should be.